to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I want to thank you for all the support. It was an overwhelming victory, a solid victory, and I'm happy with the results. I want to thank everyone who came out and voted. I want to thank my friends, my family, my campaign team. Everybody was great. We worked very, very hard throughout this campaign to get our message out. Our message was one of fighting for upstate New York. We're here as a result of that fight and that message. We want to fight for small business, economic development. I stand here in my own small business in Malta, New York. You know, small business is the backbone of America. Small business is the backbone of upstate New York, and we need to create an environment where business is welcome to grow in New York, unlike the current environment that my opponent supports, with the downstate liberal agenda that absolutely crushes small business. It crushes our farmers. Our farmers are small business, and the farmers are a big part of this district and a big part of upstate New York. They get no relief from the downstate liberal agenda, which my opponent greatly supports. We need to fight that minimum wage. We need to fight for our rights as upstate New Yorkers. We need to fight for against unfunded mandates. You know, these unfunded mandates are crushing these small towns, and with the weight of the tax cap, we just can't bear it anymore. We need someone that's going to be a voice and stand up and fight for us and our way of life in upstate. So parents in this district have an opportunity to raise their kids and school their children in the manner which they want to, not in the way that New York City Democrats want to. We want to fight for our rights as upstate New Yorkers. Our Second Amendment right has been almost yanked out from underneath us with this liberal governor and this downstate machine. My opponent, who claims to be pro-Second Amendment, not one time has stood up on the floor of the Assembly and supported the Second Amendment, and not one time when the gun show was in jeopardy in Saratoga Springs did she ever stand up and fight for that. I stood up for it, and I will continue to stand up for it and fight for it. Our way of life is under attack from an oppressive, liberal agenda in the New York State Assembly, and it's going to come to an end on November 8th in the 113th District. We're going to continue to fight further for ethics reform in Albany. We see one of the most corrupt state legislatures in the country right here in Albany, New York. These guys are getting drug out in cuffs every other day. It's amazing the amount of corruption and the lack of transparency in the Assembly. I'm going to continue to fight that battle to open that state government up. The public needs to know, deserves to know what's happening in that capital. My opponent voted against every major reform that was introduced on the floor of the Assembly. Her first vote was to keep Sheldon Silver Speaker. For somebody that campaigned on clean up corruption, that's unacceptable. That is absolutely unacceptable. We're going to fight, and we're going to continue to fight for openness and transparency in the legislature. We're going to change the rules. We're going to fight to bring committee meetings open to the public. We're going to fight to put legislators on record. We're going to fight for term limits for leadership positions, and we're also going to fight for term limits for legislators. We need to change the culture of corruption in Albany, and we need to fight for a better way. We need to put public service back into politics, and I intend to do that. As a veteran, I can tell you that I know what it's like to stand up and fight for something, and I know what it's like to serve the common good. I've served my country, and now I'm here to serve the 113th District. I am prepared to fight for you, and I can promise you one thing. I will be a voice, and I will bring that voice hard to that Assembly floor to fight for everything we need and everything we represent in our way of life in upstate New York. Thank you again, everybody, for your support. It's greatly appreciated. I look forward to the next battles we go on in November. And once again, just thank you everyone who came out and voted tonight. And I also want to thank my primary opponent for running a spirited campaign. It was a great opportunity to get out and meet voters early. And I congratulate him on his effort. And I appreciate the support of the voters. And we look forward to seeing you in November. Thank you very much.